just go to single player. Okay, as you can see, I've already got L5R, and I'll show you what I did, just in case you don't know. You go to workshop, and initially it's not going to be there. You'd have to actually press the workshop button. Then you have to browse, and it'll bring up this window here. And then you can search Tabletop Simulator for L5R. And there it is there, this one with multiple stars here. I'm not sure about these other ones. Maybe they do work, maybe they don't, but that's the one I got. So you click on it, and then you click on the subscribe. So I clicked on subscribe, and you don't get it straight away. It has to download or something. So once you click on that, you're going to have to turn off this, give it a while, and then after a while it will appear in your workshop like so. And so when you first turn to the game, you'll get this, you'll click on this, and then you'll be brought to so then you'll watch your own one. Okay, basic controls, you use WASD to move, that's WASD, that moves the camera like so. You can pinch, well I use, I'm using a laptop, so I have to pinch in, zoom in, zoom out. But yeah, you get it. So you use mouse to move the camera, and use WASD to move the camera like so. And you get all the basic stuff, all the basic counters with a few nice lovely buttons here. It looks all nice and lovely set out. And you'll be given, you can get the, as you can see on the left here, you've got the roll cards. And so here you've got the conflict cards, the dynasty cards, province cards, and the strongholds, all nicely sorted out. The way to use this I find is quite weird, so I don't know the proper, there's probably a much quicker way to do it, but I just do this. So for example, if I want to make a conflict deck, I would deal myself a single copy, well, deal myself 3 copies in fact. 2 red, 2, 3. So because each deck has 1 copy of each card, so this is 1 copy, this is 2 copies, this is 3 copies of every card. So then you would search it for which cards you want. So you got neutral cards. Now I'm building a unicorn deck, so I want unicorn conflict cards. Conflict decks is made up of 30 cards, I believe. So that's 7 cards there. And basically I could do 3 times 7, so 14, so 31 cards if I really wanted to. But like I said, might want to include some neutral cards also. So basically the way I do this is like so. Let's mix it together. So yeah, so I got 22 cards there. And basically what I do is I'll just put them in a pile like so. Once I got my 1 copy from that, delete the bag, and then I go to the next bag, search it, take out what cards I want, so on and so forth. Oops, Daisy. Okay, so I haven't got all the same copies I've got in this deck here, but basically I'd do that, and I'd search the deck, and any cards I want to keep I leave in there. If there's a card I don't want, for example, let's get rid of this one. If I don't want it, I take it out, kill it, until I've got only the cards I want left. So the way I normally do it is, so for this one would be like, if there's any card in this deck here, that means I've got 3 of them. And then if there's any cards in this, if any cards that are still in this deck, that means I've got 2 of them. If there's any cards in this deck, that means I've only got 1 of them. So this deck's gonna have like about, maybe by the end of this process, this deck would have maybe about 6 cards in it. This one's gonna have maybe, I don't know, 10, 7, and then this one's gonna have the most, because I'd have 1 copy of each card that one in this deck here, 2 copies in this one, and if I've got on this one, that means I've got 3. Now I'm going to go to one I've made earlier, because what I do have here is a bag of the Unicorn Conflict deck I made earlier. So let's get rid of that. So it's got a deck in it, a conflict deck, and it's made up of 30 cards. If I search it, see it's all shuffled up. And all this deck is so once you, let's just pretend this is fully complete and done. All I'd do is take said decks, mash them together. Then after you mash them together, you shuffle it. Then you create an empty bag and you stuff it in the bag. And that becomes said deck. And then you can save it, and then you can use it in any other games you like. So let's just skip ahead again. Right. Skipped ahead again. Here's the conflict deck I made before, but this time I've got dynasty cards because I need to make a dynasty deck. So same process again. This time I'm only going to be using dynasty cards. Just have to be Unicorn Dynasty. So first of all, I'm going to decide which cards I want to have 3 of. So any cards here, they're going to be 3 ofs. Yeah, that's quite good. Lots of 1-drops. Do I want lots of the big drops? Ooh, okay, so far yes. I guess I don't want that many big drops. 1 more and I think I'll be comfortable. Get rid of 6 cards. So. Three, 5 cards. So these cards there are 3 of. And now anything in here, there is definitely at least 2 of. I decided I want 2. I do want 2 of them, so maybe I will get rid of a 3rd. Yeah, that's right. Cut down consistency. don't need that many wielders. Shuganja does no real benefit even though it's cheap. There we go. So 13 plus 7 is 20, 30. Yep, and so that's how basically I cut it down. So these 7 cards there are 3 of, these 10 cards are at least 2 of, these 13 cards there are 1 of. There are at least 1 of. So 3 unique cards there. And then there are at least 3 doubles, and these 7 here cards are treble. So then I add them all together. $30, and then just shuffle it a bit. Just have it. Right, okay. And then I make a bag to put them in. Yeah, so that's a Dynasty Unicorn deck. Dynasty Unicorn deck. Put it in there. And then I save it. So now I've got a conflict deck, I've got a dynasty deck. "15 provinces. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so basically it's going to be the same process as before, except I've only got 1 copy this time because, again, you're only supposed to have 1 copy of each element, I believe. I'm not too sure on the rules about that, but either way I've only chosen 1 copy. You can work out all the basics from there. If there's any other questions, please feel free to post it. Let me know how you get on. Hope to see you on the battlefield. Bye.